Need you in my face. What's up, Embers? What you up to? What you up to, Empress? You say you laying down, you mad, tired. Yeah, I'm tired too. I need to take my ass to sleep. What's up, y'all? What's up? I was gonna do this video on this fucking this damn blade and take my ass to sleep. I probably was gonna take a break here on TikTok. I need to. I'm TikTok be stressing me the fuck out, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like every fucking time I get to scrolling and shit, the same little arguments pop up and motherfuckers can't help theyself but try to argue with motherfuckers. That shit is annoying. Go lay down. Go lay down. Yeah, man, I'm tired of the versus shit, period. They got right now, it's like, it's back to the fucking, some people talking about the fucking, yeah, that's my dog. They up here talking about fucking Batman versus Wolverine and shit. It's like, gee, just block them, bro. I keep saying that shit, bro. It's like, what, y'all keep saying the same arguments because y'all won't block them. Like, it's just that fucking simple. At this point, bro, it's like, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, who is the bad one in this thing? The people making these videos or the one y'all up here spreading the fucking fact that they making these videos? It's like, y'all finna get blocked too. That's how I feel about it. Because y'all hard-headed. I don't want to see that shit. What's more annoying is y'all up here responding to it. Stop responding to it. Ignore it. That's how you deal with shit like that. If you stop giving that shit, you stop giving that shit attention, your ass, they will stop doing that shit. They'll stop. They only do it because they know they get attention. I've been blocked his ass too. I blocked the fuck out of him because he be on the same shit. I got time for that shit. Nor do I got time to be up here talking to people like, I don't even know, dude. He did some annoying ass shit, and I was like, you know what? I don't like that shit. Block, and he be popping up from time to time too. That's why I blocked the fuck out of him. I blocked the hell out of anybody that argue. If I see a constant your ass up here arguing with somebody type shit, and you getting proved wrong, I block your ass. Or you up here spreading some stupid ass information, I block your ass. I ain't got time for that shit. I like motherfuckers seeing shit that I don't know. Not the same ass shit, bro. They make it seem like, dog, that shit is annoying, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, that shit be annoying as shit, bro. And then when you ask them, you know what? You know the funny thing is, I asked, bro, I'm like, what is you reading currently? They ain't reading shit currently, and that's why they don't talk about shit. Well, I'm reading this. Man, that's why I blocked they ass. Like, there ain't no need for your ass to be here, bro. There is no need for you to be in the damn comic community if you ain't even got shit to put on the goddamn table other than toxic ass shit. What's good, Vagabond? Motherfuckers think that we give a fuck now because we can't do, or motherfuckers don't want to debunk them. It's like, nobody give a fuck, bro. If I debunk you, what's that gonna do? If you debunk me, what's that gonna do? You don't get nowhere. No, I ain't read that shit yet. I don't give a fuck who they read. Like, I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't like that damn saying. Street tears. I'm sick of that shit. I don't give a fuck what power level they at. They could be on piss level for all I give a fuck. Story can be cold as fuck. Straight up. I don't give a fuck. Just talk about some shit, bro. I don't give a fuck who you talk about. When it comes to be honest with you, when it comes to Marvel and DC, I don't pay attention to people that fucking only read one character. I will block your ass. You not reading that shit. Like I told people, it's like watching the MCU. Oh, you only watch one fucking character in the whole MCU? You block. You don't know what the fuck going on. I ain't like that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't like that. The outsider shit, the premise of it was pretty cool. Yeah. The premise of it was pretty cool, but it E-Force issue. Like, both of them, It's all right. I give it that. Now, like pretty good. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, you guys aren't content creators. I was like, you guys are the reason why no one's responding is because no one cares about these fights anymore. Like you guys are just keep doing the same shit. And I told that bitch dude because he's actually not a weird guy. Like he's
Nah,
actually
his
like
ass weird.
he'll
He
actually listen.
unbothered. He weird as hell. He do not
See,
listen.
like I've my experiences with him haven't been bad compared to the other people. He's been respectful to me at least, so I got to return it. But I told him I was like, listen, if you want to be a content creator, you can't be keep doing the same fucking fights over and over again. No one cares. Like a 15-year-old,
The
what if he
fact you
comes
had
up?
to explain that shit to him is the shit that we talking about. Like nobody, you shouldn't have to explain this shit to
Oh
him.
no, I
He know
know,
what the
yeah,
fuck he doing. He know
100%.
what the fuck he doing. He hang with their ass. He already know what the fuck it is. I
And
done came in his ass
I
plenty of
told him I
times.
was like, if you want to be a big content creator like the ones on YouTube, if one of them came up to you and was like, hey, do you know anything about Thor? They're gonna be fucking, they're not gonna know shit. Like you're not a content creator, bro. Like that's the sacrifice you got to make. Like everyone has works, everyone has jobs. Like people have lives, bro. But if you want to be a content creator, that's a sacrifice. You got to read a lot of shit.
Facts. The anime community the same fucking way. That's why I
Like
left there. That's why
like
they dead. To be honest with you, the anime community is dead. That shit is so fucking boring, bro.
yeah, I haven't seen shit about it recently
Nah,
at
I'm
all.
talking to Empress. She already know I'm talking about. That shit boring as fuck. It used to be cool back in 2020, but then let's say 2021, that shit started to die. And
Yeah, because the
I
lockdowns, I'm
started
assuming.
pulling people out. And that's when I left and went to over here. And then
Well,
this shit starting to get annoying and shit too, because it's like, bro, the reason why we keep seeing these same arguments, cause y'all won't fucking block them.
yeah.
Block their ass.
Um, but fucking yeah, no. I saw that cam video from someone else's. Like I did, I haven't blocked, and I didn't even
I've
see
been
it
at
until
his,
someone made a
his ass
snitch about it.
blocked. I had him blocked so long. That's what irritates me is when you block somebody, right? And you
Yeah,
still seeing his ass. You're like, man, fuck, bro.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
get
block
mad.
your
But
ass.
the weird thing is, I don't know why people are allowing him in the community when he's the one that like mass reported lying. He's one of those dudes that did it, and every time he's in a live, like he gets debunked, and then he's like, "Oh, you can't talk to me like that when I'm 16." I'm like, "Bro, you're in a fucking adult
Like I
conversation."
told his ass, like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Your ass to get your ass whooped if you was in my fucking vicinity. Fuck you
That's what I
mean?
told him. I'm like, "Bro, this is like street shit, bro. You can't be like saying that shit and expect nothing to happen."
Shit, where I'm from, shit, I used to have to fight grown motherfuckers as a 15-year-old. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And that's what I've been telling people, bro. That's why I stopped interacting. I just made a video today because I'm just like, you dudes need to stop. Like, I even told Lion to stop. You've told Lion to stop. And that's why it blew up because Lion made a video about it. And I told Lion, I'm going to tell him again, like, bro, you guys just let him be, bro. Who gives a shit? Like, no one cares about him. They aren't going to grow. They're still stagnant.
Well, I
They
ain't gonna
can't.
do whatever the fuck Lion want to do.
Nah, for
I'm gonna be
sure.
honest with you on that
That's what I
shit.
told him, too. I was like, I told him to stop, but, it's up to him.
Everybody can tell him to stop. Like, and that's what people be thinking. Like, motherfuckers don't, man, look, when it come to my homies, I hold all my homies accountable. They hold me accountable. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sit there and tell you, like, nah, don't trip about that shit. Don't worry about that. Everybody know
And
it. Like,
And I told them, I'm like, versus battles, to me, they're fun. They're supposed to be a fun thing, but it gets annoying when you see the same characters. Like, bro, I tagged you in that comment. I was like, there's 80 fucking mutants that no one talks about that are just so cool. And like,
hey,
you
that
guys
shit
keep,
had me dying when I seen that shit. Like, he
I'm
ain't
like,
lying,
bro,
bro.
I'm like, you guys keep talking about Batman versus Logan. Like, bro, there's other characters, man. Like, come on. Like, put some thought.
Pick a different fucking. I be saying that shit. Pick a different mutant, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll do Batman versus somebody. But you pick the same ass characters. Like I was saying, I was like, bro, if I hear one more goddamn, I don't even like Black Panther no more. Like I'm finna talk about him today because he just came out with a new issue. Besides that, I'm not finna talk about his ass no more.
And you know what the crazy part is? Cosmic, he was telling me, he's like a month, 2 months ago, he's like, I don't care if Comic Talk dies. I don't care if people find out that Panther is shit. I'm like, bro, you're a weirdo for that. Like you're not a content creator. You just want to prove a point to a guy that literally debunked you on a live with 600 people in it. Like that's some weird ass shit.
And the thing I be trying to tell people, like, people don't give a fuck. They don't give a
They
fuck. You
don't.
think people really give a fuck? Like I be telling people, like, go look at some other shit. Go look at fucking basketball talk. They be in there fucking arguing their ass off in the comments. Do you think we be over there like, damn, dude got treated, he got debunked? Do we
I
think
know,
we give a
no, for
fuck?
sure.
Like, bro, he was traveling, bro. It was they be in there beefing, bro. They
No,
be getting it in, bro.
I tell them like what I would give a good example is like I'm a football fan at heart. Like I'll just watch football because I love the physicality of it and just watching the sport. and they seem like fantasy football people. Like they just care about someone who throws a touchdown. Like they don't care. They don't actually care about the comic. Like they don't at all. They just care about who like goes battering faster.
Bro, like Phil was saying, bro, ain't nobody gonna grow in 5 years. Batman versus anything is not gonna matter, bro. Your junk's annoying. I'm tired of hearing it.
No, he was telling me that fucking there's a lot of big content creators that do versus battles. I'm like, no, there isn't. I just proved it. I literally anybody who has over 25K on YouTube don't even talk about versus battles. It's either they talk about how much a book is worth or they talk about the story. They don't care,
bro.
And listen, I like versus battles though. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah,
I
of
like
course.
those lives, but to make that your content and not have like a good explanation and not have like other characters involved is just boring as shit.
And then they try to say that our side doing this. I'm like, bro, no, it's not just only our side. What are you talking about? No, it's just tired of hearing it. It's just boring. That's why I stopped doing versus battles as much. I still do them every now and then, but that's not my content no more.
I only do verses with people I know. Like if I was to do a versus, it would be with certain people, like and with certain characters. Like I would do verses with mutants. It would be with Nightcrawler. We'll be getting on here. We would debate, but we wouldn't debate like other people would debate. We would actually be hitting out information. Y'all would be sitting there listening because y'all really don't know nothing about these goddamn mutants like that, but we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. Or I would.
No,
like I said,
they treat debating like a win-loss record. They treat it like it's something like and then that's what I told them. Like in 5 years, I hope you know when you're a grown ass man and you're literally sitting there working at McDonald's because you're fucking worried about who Batman fucking up. It's not gonna matter in your life. I'm telling you. I'm actually trying to help these dudes.
They working every day. Like, man, one day, man, my Batman versus video is gonna take off. Then it's over with. I'm gonna talk about versus all day.
No, listen, I don't want to be an asshole saying that, but I feel like it's the truth.
It is the truth, bro. It's the whole thing. Like, bro, the debates don't matter. And when I debate to learn. I don't debate just to know to make somebody look bad. I do it to learn. I don't do it like to make somebody look bad. Because what's the point of you doing that? You're gaining nothing. At least when I debate, I can gain a little bit of knowledge. You know, they be treating debating like it's their whole life. Like if they lose, they're gonna sit there, they're gonna lose their house and stuff. They're gonna lose their job. It's not that serious, bro.
It's just because they're really young. Like they're like that's what I've noticed. A lot of people who do that shit, they care about that shit a lot. They're like under the age of 20, for the most part.
Phil, I know you remember when I was in your server and we had that little thing, bro. He got so mad just because I said that Black Panther would beat him.
No, that's why I told you don't even talk to him about that shit, dude.
Exactly. That's why I thought.
He is so asphyxiated about like Panther losing and trashing Panther, and he doesn't even hate Panther as a character. He just hates him just because like Lion debunked him with Batman, and he's so fixated just to win that debate.
Anything Batman,
like, I don't get it, bro. It's so weird to me.
It became weird. And he's like, bro, I'm
going
Batman. He's like, bro,
anything Batman related, he take it as in his whole life. He think Batman a real person. Like this, I just can't. That's why I just thought like you said.
I understand if Batman connects to you very well and it helps you out of depression because you read those books. I totally understand that. But this is just taking on to another level. This is like some weird ass energy shit.
And Phil, that's exactly why I took your advice and I stopped talking about them whole Panther Batman. I stopped talking about it because it's not going to get.
It died off in a week, and now the Wolverine shit's back on because they're like, fuck it, all right, let's get Logan back in there. That might help.
And this is the thing, like I do understand if somebody they may get more knowledge on the character, try to make new arguments, but for you to say the same thing for like years, it's been like how many, like 1 or 2 years, and this debate has been going on, and people
really
can't.
Ain't even been that many months, bro. I was literally arguing about that shit, about the foam, how the foam can take him out and shit. It's like, bro,
dude, I told him, I was like, listen, I was like, if he uses foam, listen, Mylly, I told him, I was like, if he used foam 10 times since 1997 till now, I guess if I go to the gym once a year, I'm a bodybuilder.
Exactly.
That's literally what I told him. I was like, that's not consistent enough, bro. Even with your fucking, like, your analogies and shit. They just try to straw man to win an argument. And I'm like, nice. If you win the argument, where does it get you at? Nowhere.
I debunked that guy. Okay. Well, you ain't doing better than that guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tired of
How about this? Mylly, how about this? I taught this guy something.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro. And then this is the thing. I can see if you got new arguments, but it's been the same arguments, the same ones. Ain't nothing different. Oh, Batman has foam. He got shot gauntlets. It's the same thing. Like, come on now. I'm tired of hearing it. Can't come up with nothing new. They whole life is surrounded around Batman, bro. I'm tired of hearing about this. I'm not hearing about these battles, bro. It's the same old stuff, bro. It's getting annoying.
It's
Yo,
been
wait, hold
annoying
on.
for a long
Wait,
time.
Millie, is that the new blade right there behind you?
Yeah.
Okay, that looks fire, dude. That sword he
Yeah,
has.
it man, the damn issue, it's gonna be a quick little review for me because it was decent, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was decent, but the ending was really the best part. The beginning, this shit right here.
So
You know when they show
I'm
you,
confused.
oh damn, it is gonna be a Blade 6.
One of you brought up the foam, and I'm just like, because like I know it's a dumb argument because like Wolverine casually slices through Spidey's webs like it's nothing. Like, why are we acting like the foam is gonna just do anything to him? It's like,
It's not even that. It's I don't think Batman has it in his base gear or even current base gear at all. He hasn't
Bro,
used it in fucking
To
years.
be
He hasn't used
honest
it
with you,
before
I just
COVID.
don't
so
even give a fuck.
That
I
too.
just be,
That too.
I don't give a
no,
fuck
I
if
just think like
Batman
just
won
go
or
ahead, like,
Wolverine
look,
won. At this point, we all know who will win, but it's like,
what's stopping him from just popping out his claws and slicing through it?
that's what I'm saying, bro. And look,
Yeah.
hey, yo, Johnson, you wanna know what their argument for that is?
What?
somebody said just that he
Damage
gonna
couldn't
take
break it.
it, foam him up, and then take his like basically take his insides and shit out. I'm like,
Bro,
that ain't
what?
gonna fucking kill him.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna say, like, I'm not one to be crazy for Wolverine. As much as I believe that he is overrated at times for his fighting skills because he can often be an inconsistent mess as a fighter. There's
I
no way
agree.
Batman's beating him. Like, no,
I'm saying,
not
bro.
even on Wolverine's worst day.
I'm saying. Like,
Like,
and then they break up the Nith
All
metal.
right,
Like,
well,
I'm tired of hearing about the Nith metal, bro. I'm tired of hearing about that too.
like I think Batman has like I don't even like the only real way I could think of Batman beating Wolverine is by restraining him. But even then, it's like what the foam's not going to work. His grappling hook, or any of like the ropes or grapples that he has are not going
My
to work.
thing is this: when it comes to Batman battles, why the fuck he the only character that he can knock him out, but everybody else is fucking he gotta kill him though. You can't kill him and all the same shit. If that's the
So
case, then Batman
I'm in the
loses
boat.
100% of
So
fucking fights
personally,
because he don't kill you.
I'm in the boat where I personally believe that knockouts, immobilizing them, or putting them in a situation that they physically can't escape from, I consider them viable ways to beat your opponent
Yeah.
as long as you beat them. Because for me,
Look,
the fight,
bro,
the
a real
fights
like me
usually
personally, it's
the
like this,
fights
bro. If you
usually
debate two
already
characters, you just
the
say you
fight,
debate two characters that really just can't fucking die. Then yeah, that's when we're gonna have to move to the cases like, all right, he can still whoop his ass, like you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
like shit like that.
so the way I see it is like usually more often than not, the fight's already been decided before the loser has actually been killed. Like it's usually painfully clear. It's like when the guy when one character is about to deliver the finishing blow that yeah, they won that fight. So for that, that's why I'm like, look, death or no death, like even like you can put the con like give it do it knockouts, restrain him, immobilize him, or just I don't know, give him a way of like even the methods of throwing somebody into a dimension they can't escape from. Batman has none of that that can
Yeah.
actually defeat Wolverine because any of the stuff he does have, Wolverine can just cut through.
Thank you. I'm saying I'm tired of hearing about this whole debate, bro. Like it's just annoying to me, in my opinion. Like all the arguments people come up with, it's been the same. It's been the same arguments. They haven't found nothing new
Well,
to add on to the
my thing
thing.
is, I don't know why when I hear death battle, to me, I'm like that your opponent has to die. He can't
Exactly.
exist anymore. Like he can't. Like you have to pretty much like. But like characters like that can resurrect instantly. I think that they have to. You have to like take them out in that instance too. Like,
Yep.
I'm trying to give characters that can do that. Like
Moon Knight.
hold. What would you
Well,
say?
Moon Knight can literally just like every time he dies, he's going to be resurrected.
Well, some characters it takes time, and I think that you don't put that in the argument. But if characters can instantly come back, I mean, you literally like let's say you shoot them in the head and they come
Sentry.
right back.
Sentry can do that.
Hope is like that.
Huh?
Well, so
Okay.
that's where I take the level of if they can't just pop back up onto the battlefield like on a consistent basis, then I don't consider that as like
That's
a
fair.
like a
That's
good.
totally fair. I
Like,
just
yeah.
it's weird to me because I'm like, bro, I hate knockout fights because anybody can knock out every character in comics has at least got knocked out one time or
Well, yeah,
like
and
knocked down.
that's why I consider it applicable. It's like if a
Yeah,
character
they are.
falls under that anyone, I consider it like if we can assess the limits of like how much can they take before they're knocked out, and it's fine. But like Batman does not have the strength to pull that off against Wolverine. He
No,
does
he
not
doesn't.
have the appropriate gear to do the trick. Like he like when Elektra immobilized him, she had special psi that are like literally comparable to adamantium, both like stated to be comparable to adamantium because of their sharpness, and shown because she's used them to pierce through Hulk level, like actual Hulks, like Red Hulk and like Red She-Hulk. Like that's how intense of like pressure points we're talking about here with Wolverine and actually stopping him. Same thing, like, you know, what is Batman going to pull out a sword like the Gorgon did to pin him to the wall? No, he doesn't
No.
carry swords. He doesn't carry any of that gear to do it. He doesn't have the skill level to
Mhm. And,
out fight Wolverine.
and
He
you want to
doesn't have
know
the strength. It's like there's nothing he can do.
you want to know what their argument for that is?
What?
They just bring up guidebook statements of it saying that he consistently upgrades his stuff. Like I'm
Hey,
tired of hearing that,
hey,
bro.
listen. If they could bring in guidebooks, then I'm bringing the Batman Arkham games into the conversation.
Bro, I'm taking
I
out
just want to
toys, bro.
like
I'm breaking out
look,
toys.
guidebook statements from guidebooks are only valid if you can substantiate them with comic feats. Just like comic statement, like I consider statements from guidebooks no less valid than statements from the comics themselves, which
For
held to the
me,
same standard. You need to back it up with feats.
Statements is that.
exactly.
Just
You
statements. Somebody talking. All right, now prove that statement. That's how I
You
feel. It's
can't
like, all
back
Yeah,
it
right,
up.
step up, prove
If you
that
can't
statement.
back
like
up it,
show like character is stated this way. Doesn't matter if it's the comic, doesn't matter if it's a guidebook. Show me them being able to do that efficiently and effectively.
bro. Say a good example is in a guidebook. There's like 3 different guidebooks of them saying that Bane is above Doomsday. Can't prove it.
That's a
Prove
perfect example of this. Like a guy is stated to lift a brick 1,000 tons, but you never see this motherfucker lift anything near that level. It's like, well, he stated to do it. It's like, so what?
prove it. You can't prove it. It
So
don't mean nothing to me.
Show his
Hey,
ass lift a
like
hey,
fucking
Mylly.
damn brick.
statements are for the most part, unless it's an objective explanation of something, like Iron Man's repulsor beams being stated to be light. That's an objective statement, but like characters' capabilities and skill level, that's entirely subjective to
I feel like this,
what the
like a different
knowledge
state,
is of
a
like
different example is like if, like, say Iron Man shoots a beam of light or some shit. He says, yeah, that beam of light was moving faster than fucking speed of light. Then do you got to take that statement for what it is? You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
he showed. You know what I'm
like
saying? We
it's
can't take more than that.
well, I
Exactly.
think it's like, it's an objective analysis of like Iron, especially if it's Iron Man himself or anyone who understands his beams saying that. It's like, yeah, we can take that as like understandable, like it's an objective observation versus, oh, this character can do this. Like that, for instance, Batman being stated to be a master of all martial arts. That is
Nah,
on the basis of what everyone who says that knows. Like
people mess up.
we see in like the when he fought Black Adam, he didn't know that fighting
Yeah,
style.
that's what I was gonna say.
That
People mess up that statement. The statement is him being a master of all known. He was
I
never
yeah,
don't
like,
listen. I don't
exactly.
care.
Because like
Hey,
we know that Vandal Savage is not somebody who many people really know a great deal about.
Facts.
And
There
he
you
has an
go.
entire
Getting it.
fighting style that, for all intents and purposes, is pretty much hidden from the rest of the world. So for people to say that
Go lay
and
down.
not know who Vandal Savage is, it's like, yeah, they say that because they don't know
exactly.
about martial arts styles like the stuff Vandal Savage has.
hey, do you know what's crazy though? I don't
Yep.
care if a character knows a martial arts. Doesn't mean he can't get his ass whipped, bro.
That's what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying. Happened to
exactly.
Bruce
Like,
all the
have you seen
time.
that video recently on Twitter? A guy who knew like all 7 forms of martial art, and he was fighting a UFC guy, and the UFC guy knocked him out within like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but somebody say like, come on,
Like,
that
it's
doesn't
just
mean
Well,
anything.
I don't.
just look at Khabib. He is only really shown, or we only really know that he has mastery of judo and maybe kickboxing, but really it's just judo. And yet, what's his UFC record again? Like 29-0?
No, I
Yeah,
think no, didn't Khabib lose?
No,
I don't think he did.
no.
Oh, look it up.
Yo,
This
He
fucking
retired.
off-world book is supposed to be canon, from what I'm
But
hearing.
like Khabib is probably
He's 29-0. He's 29-0.
29-0. Like he's wiped the floor with just about everyone you could throw at him in his weight class. None of them could beat him, no matter what background they had, no matter how many martial arts they mastered. Like Khabib just simply outclassed them.
Hey, guess what? You know what the argument is? You can't bring real live shit into comic books.
You have to, yeah. And to that I say
Like,
that
they say
if
that
you're
shit.
gonna,
I'm like, bro, like what?
in order to argue that the way things are about martial arts in fiction is different than real life, you have to actually show that. Like you can't just say, "Oh, it doesn't apply the same way in the comic books." Prove that.
exactly.
Like prove
Prove it.
that it's a different system. Like
They can't. That's the thing. They can't.
yeah, especially like when you ask people or try to make real life analogies or personal observations or beliefs of what constitutes as mastery and skill in martial arts. It's like, okay, if you don't want real life to apply,
Mhm.
stop asking people what their perception or idea is of what skill constitutes as in martial arts.
Yeah,
It all comes back down to real life.
right. Because there's like a couple of Marvel guidebooks that got Taskmaster at a 7 in martial arts skill. Like he's a 7, but somewhat Deadpool is stated to be a 6, and he whooped Taskmaster. So what would that do for him?
I don't even honestly. So I'm not even sure if Deadpool. Nah, I'm not a Deadpool expert, so I mean we'd have to ask Nava on that. But I didn't even think he was a 6. But
No, yeah. They show and
no.
they show Deadpool
Well,
as a
like
6.
Taskmaster as a prime example, he's put in guidebooks as a 7. But what quality martial artist has he actually beaten?
So I'm saying he lost to Deadpool. So I was like, what does that
He
do
lost to
for him?
Deadpool. He couldn't beat Iron Fist. He ran away from that fight, like after being punched in the face. Like he
He got
dipped.
scared of Moon Knight. Moon Knight scared him.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight. Well, that was a little bit, but like he lost to Black Widow. He straight up admitted he couldn't fight Black Widow.
Yeah, we lost to Spider Woman too. Jessica
Lost to
Jones.
Spider Woman. He lost to Elektra. He couldn't beat Daredevil. Technically they didn't. Nobody won that fight, but he failed. He didn't come close to beating him.
Say like
He's
that's
never
like
beaten.
guidebook statements can get contradicted easily by just reading the book. Just read the book. That's
Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, like mastery of more forms of martial arts does not inherently make you a better martial artist. Like, at the end of the day, the concept of mastery, even if you truly are a master at more forms of martial arts, like there's no quantitative value to mastery. Like, no form of mastery is inherently equal just because it's mastery. Like there is different degrees of like somebody who's a master can be better than another guy who's a master.
I'm saying,
Or like you can be a master of a martial art and get your ass kicked by a guy who's not a master of any martial arts but just has moderate knowledge of the martial art you did. Like it happens.
They love to bring up Batman being a master, all these martial arts, but somehow there's people that can whoop him that's not shown or stated to be that.
Didn't he lose to Wildcat in a boxing only match?
Oh, I haven't read that. So
I don't think he lost.
Oh,
He may have.
I remember hearing about that. I haven't seen the scan.
I
I
ain't read it.
haven't either, but I think it was more of like a tie.
I'm gonna talk to y'all later, but thank y'all for having me up though. But it was good talking to all y'all.
No problem. Have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. I'm up here reading.
Yeah. So Deadpool, the way Deadpool and Taskmaster are those two, is a rivalry that like Taskmaster has taken some embarrassing L's to Deadpool, and Deadpool has taken some pretty silly L's to Taskmaster when he shouldn't have. Like in their two recent fights, Taskmaster won. There is context to why Taskmaster won in like their most recent fight, but it still goes without saying. It's like we've seen them go back and forth and butt heads with each other. Like that's definitely one of those things.
Me personally, I don't really. The Taskmaster, he one of them like villains that's like I don't know. I don't take him really that serious. Like I feel like
Oh, I
comic
don't
talk
either.
take him. You know what I'm saying? Like they take him too serious and use him a lot. It's like, dog, do you know how many other characters you could have threw in over him? You know what I'm saying? I be saying
Yeah.
that shit, but it's
That's ha-
like we ain't gonna never talk about him because he's not. I feel like Taskmaster is one of them characters that people he somehow got popularity, so that's why people do know of him.
He's a character that's good at running away when he needs to, because that's all he does is run away. Oh
Like
yeah, he
fucking they
definitely
throw
do.
in just Spider Woman. She got them hands. There's a lot of characters that got them hands. They don't never throw in there.
Dude,
Hmm.
one character that I actually just started reading
Like
that nobody talks about, Darkhawk. That dude's got some.
yeah,
That dude's
Dark
pretty
Hawk,
cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Yeah,
was fin
bird.
to. I only did one video on him, and that was the god dude of him. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker that gave his
Mm,
powers. I'm like, who the
yeah,
fuck is this motherfucker? We never see him. Where the fuck is he at?
I know who Darkhawk.
yeah.
I know who Darkhawk is, but I consider that an unfortunate thing because I hate characters that are based around birds.
Why?
You know, the funny thing
It's
is,
stupid. I think it's
I
stupid.
get what you're saying, man, but them bitches be powerful, like the Phoenix and shit like that. They in mythology, you know, in history and our shit, they be fucking strong.
I'm just saying. I'm wondering. I'm curious why Sam Wilson wouldn't just wear a jetpack. Why he wanted mechanical wings.
I mean, like in the early '90s, Darkhawk was throwing
Or
hands
yeah,
with Venom when he didn't like have his powers.
or what?
So
Like
like, I
But
mean, he's pretty powerful.
Dark Hawk is like
Vulture.
one of them, the actual god of them motherfuckers. He's up there with the fucking he up there. He's dealing with the fucking eternity and them motherfuckers.
Oh,
Wasn't
really?
he?
I haven't got
Wasn't he
that
with
far.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking
wasn't he with
forbidden.
Guardians of the Galaxy for some time?
Yeah, if you read the old Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, you'll see shit like that's them old ass comics. You'll
Yeah.
see really like them motherfuckers in like like the higher up motherfuckers, like the Living Tribunal and shit like that. That's where you're gonna see them motherfuckers. Galactus and shit like that. You'll see a lot of fights between them and shit back there. Like what's that damn Quasar? You want to read that shit? It's like the 1960s issue. Read that shit because a lot of that shit, even now, still goes on from that shit. You got the information from Quasar.
I never read Quasar, but I've been told he's really good. I've
Quasar
got him
issue,
on my list
this
to
shit
read.
good.
Hmm.
This shit good. That's where you get you'll see you ever seen What If? I know y'all watch What If.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You remember
I
when
watched it.
to that? Y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear me?
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Remember when remember to that, like that universe where it was a whole bunch of holes and they could see into the different multiverses and shit, and that's where he started fighting the Watcher.
yeah,
You remember that part?
yeah. I do.
It was like a verse, like a hallway full of like holes and shit. You'll see that shit in Quasar. I forgot exactly what they called that shit. But it's where all them is the nexuses. That's what them is. The nexus doors and shit. And you'll see like a whole bunch of nexus shit come out. You'll see the star brand, the full potential of that shit. It's a lot of shit that goes on in Quasar. I'm gonna actually start doing videos and I've been lagging. I've been trying to finish up the run before I actually did the video.
So I've heard he's kind of like the Green Lantern of Marvel. Is that true?
Who Quasar?
Yeah.
Nah, he can do more than construction shit. Matter of fact,
Okay.
that girl Miss Marvel, she got the quantum bands right now. That's his power.
Oh, okay.
In the movie she got the quantum bands. In the books, Captain Marvel kind of got them right now. And they doing the same shit how they switch and shit places and shit. They was doing
Mm.
that shit no, that was the Negabons that did that shit too.
Wait, so what exactly are Quasar's like additional powers?
He got energy manipulation, energy absorption. He can fucking really that's like his main shit because of the damn quantum bands. But with all that extra shit, he can instantly fucking go like teleport to like any damn dimension and shit. He's fast as shit, hella fast. Because he was able to keep up with he's actually able to go in front of the fucking speedsters
Yeah.
race and shit instantly. That's That's how fast he is. He's more of a teleporter fast than like travel fast. So I give him that. Like in a blink of an eye, he could do that shit. What else he could do? Motherfucking shoot beams, of course. He
So
fought Silver.
Yeah,
He
are
fought
his
Silver
powers?
Surfer. That
I
give you an
would
example.
I
Like
would say
he
that
up there.
most of those abilities are in the inventory of a Green Lantern, specifically like a notable like Green Lantern that's actually like competent.
Yo,
Because like I'll
What's
admit,
up?
as a huge Green Lantern fan, most of like the average Green Lanterns are fodder as
But
hell
that's not
compared.
like they make it. When you
But
think of
like,
like somebody saying like a Green Lantern, you thinking of a dude that's just making constructs all day. He don't make constructs all day.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, so
He can do them, but he just
I'm
don't
pretty
be like
sure.
construct in the fight. Construct. He don't do that shit. He'll whoop your ass more than just do that shit. He's like a Superman.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do know energy absorption and manipulation are in Hal's inventory. They're in John's inventory and probably in Kyle's inventory of like what they can do. So it like, and they do have like, I don't know if they can teleport, but they can create wormholes and
Oh, they
portals to
can't
just,
do what he can do. I know for a fact they can't do that shit. Like his
they
ass
could
can go
probably not
any verse.
teleport. They could, yeah, I don't, yeah, I'm not, I will need to
You
actually
gotta
look back on that.
just go. Honestly, I highly suggest you if you want to know like a good deep dive of like overall Marvel, read that Quasar run.
The which one?
This the 1960 shit. That shit will
Okay.
give you. It'll show you the realm of manifestation. Do y'all know what that is?
No.
Realm of manifestation is where all the god. If the god dies, that's where it'll make a body for them. It'll go there and it'll make a body for them.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read it because, like, based on what his powers are being explained as, many of those things, like stronger Green Lanterns do have. So, like, I'll need to check because, like, it can
You
depend.
would
And
read this shit and you would agree when I say this shit. He will beat the fuck out of all the fucking Green Lanterns at once. I say that shit
I'm
confident.
gonna have to actually see what he's
Go
that's a
read
pretty
that
that's
shit.
a pretty bold statement.
before I like.
That's man.
I
He
don't
will beat
right
the
now.
fuck out
Right
their
now
ass.
I
I
call
know
Cap,
how to
but I
beat a Green
will.
Lantern.
Right now I'm calling Cap, but I do want to at least
You
like
can call me
read up
Cap.
on him before I say something. Because I'm not buying it, but I will keep an open mind when I read it to see if I see for myself if
Just
it's
go ahead
true.
and read it, bro. That's all I gotta say. Just read it. I'm not gonna say shit. Read that shit. You'll learn some shit. You'll learn what the Living Tribunal is scared of. You'll learn a lot of shit. Just go read that shit.
Yeah.
I
Hold
think
up.
the only thing I've
So
ever read that's had Quasar in it was like the Annihilators run
The
and like
Annihilators, yeah, that's the newer
yeah.
shit. You gotta read that
yeah,
old shit. When he got his shit, that's like his backstory shit.
the Living Tribunal fears something, huh? I didn't
He
even know that.
feared something, G.
I didn't even know that. I thought it was like an almighty being that really
He
didn't fear
is.
nothing.
But this shit, it's shit. Like I said, go read that Quasar run. I did a video on it already, but just go read it.
Mm.
Quasar. You write that
I
shit
want to
down.
do
I'll
that.
definitely have to read it because like I did just pull up the respect
Quasar is
reel real
hella
quick.
slept on, bro. He powerful as shit.
Yeah, because
I ain't even heard that name before till
He
now.
powerful as fuck.
That's crazy.
That's where you gonna get
interesting.
the who's fastest motherfucking. And I'm telling you, that run was cold as fuck. I'm like, this shit was cold. Why the fuck nobody talk about this shit?
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to.
Like for real, like bro, like when I went to go read that run, that was the run I was looking for when I entered Marvel. Like, okay, I want to learn everything about Marvel. Man, that shit it give you a huge amount of that shit. You're like, okay, this is the fuck I was looking
And
for.
you know what's crazy? They don't even give you shit like that no more, really.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to know who the fuck is the Living Tribunal. Well, there you go, right? That shit gonna go into detail for you. You
Didn't
like,
they
well, shit.
tease? They teased the Living Tribunal like what?
Hello,
One time,
everybody. Hello.
twice
What's
in
up,
the
Hello.
bro?
MCU.
Hello. Have y'all seen the new Immortal Thor? Oh, that shit got crispy.
I'm actually up here reading. I
Immortal
gotta
4?
catch up with that shit right
What's
now.
Immortal 4?
No, Immortal
Immortal
Thor.
Thor.
Oh, Mortal Thor.
Immortal Thor.
Oh,
Issue 4.
no, I haven't read that one yet.
Are you
Oh,
talking about the
You
one where
sleeping,
he
sleeping.
trains to become the Iron Fist?
mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
sleeping. You ain't reading this?
you ain't reading
Of
all
Nah.
that
course I
thing?
read.
And it's okay,
This shit
John C.
fire.
And,
No,
You know
I
and
what's
read it.
really, you know what's really sleeping
I
I
right
ain't
read it.
gonna lie.
now?
Iron Fist
Issue
is my
one,
Marvel
shit.
I was like,
Cinematic
I was sitting there like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let it get. But that second one, I was like, okay, he did his thing in this one. Cause I'm a big, motherfuckers be overhyping his ass. I'm not gonna lie, they
Wait,
overhype the fuck
who's
out of
he?
him.
Who's he fighting right there in the cover?
and
This
John
is
C.
basically he's a god above him. He looks at them like he looks at the guys like humans. He said,
Oh
"This
yeah,
his
that's
name is
that's
What?
no
Wait,
wait,
whoa,
that's
whoa, whoa,
Tyrannus.
whoa,
Ain't
whoa,
Tyrannus is
that
the name.
whoa.
didn't they
That's
say that's
Tyrannus.
Utgard Loki?
No, that's
yeah,
Tyrannus.
no,
That's
that's
Tyrannus.
Udgard Thor."
Is that man fighting on top of the
Okay,
Statue of Liberty?
okay.
No, his name is Tyrannus. You know what I mean? He pretty much said that I've been around ever since I've heard,
Like
ever since Thunder
this is
spoke.
like usually when they say like Thor powerful and he be holding, you see him actually. And this shit, I can admit that you see him when he fights. It fucked up the damn terrain. Like the whole city and shit was fucked up. He
Yeah,
was
New
like, God
York.
damn.
Wait,
that's his
that's
name.
New York City though. So he's
Yeah,
fucking
they
up New
fucked
York
that
City?
bitch up.
But
They
guess who
fucked
he
him up.
guess who he called
And he
up
used
on
some
though, who
time
he needed help
manipulation
for
and shit.
though.
Like they've been
Who he
doing their
who he
thing. Like
called? Who he called his dad? Odin?
No. He
oh, he's
called, of
dead.
course, a woman that everybody despised, can't stand, the goddess of thunder herself, Storm.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
What? He called Storm on their ass? That's
hell fucking
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she actually made him bleed too.
Isn't Storm? Ain't
exactly.
Storm like one of the most powerful X-Men?
And she bent his back with the air pressure she got.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
agree. I don't like her ass. I don't like her. I don't like her personality.
I agree.
Like
I
she
don't
You're
is
like
one of
her
the
like
most
either.
powerful X-Men though. I can never not
she. No,
say
she
that shit.
is. She
She
is.
got those,
Nobody
but
ain't doing
I just
that.
don't
Nobody
like
gonna
her
do her.
personality for shit.
She's not gonna do that. Yes, he called. He
Wait,
said,
wait,
"I
wait,
want you
wait,
to be the
whoa, whoa.
goddess
What
of
you mean? What
thunder."
you mean you don't like her personality? You see her in the X-Men '97 or like the old school X-Men show? She was hella chill.
Man, fuck
She
her.
she got what? Man, she got
She one of
issues.
hey,
She
she
got
one of them characters. I'm telling you, the TV shows and shit is it's one of them like same thing with Thor and a lot of characters. It's like yeah, outside the fucking books, they look cool. You go read that shit, you like oh you motherfucker. I can't rock with you. Same thing like Spawn. Like Spawn, you like oh yeah, Spawn cool as fuck. He cool as hell. You watch the movie, you like oh yeah. You go read this shit, you like you gonna kick your
man.
wife in
Spawn's
the
an
stomach.
asshole.
You know what
Spawn's
I'm
a
saying?
straight
Like, bro,
asshole, man.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, but I just don't like her like that. That's all it really is.
He don't like her like
What,
that, but
like,
he
but
knows
if
that
I'm,
she's like that
am I
though.
gonna sit there
She is
and
like
deny like, am
that.
I gonna sit there and deny when she come up and it's usually for some big ass shit? Yeah, you usually gonna see some shit. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. Usually when you see her shit, you're gonna see some fire shit.
Fire,
Hey,
fire.
y'all think they're
Huge
bringing
blood.
y'all think they're bringing Halle Berry back as a Storm?
No.
Oh my God, they
Nah, they
bringing
don't
her.
need to. Leave her alone. They
They,
can
wait,
get
they
somebody
bringing her
else
back?
now.
Oh my God, they bringing her back.
I know. I was saying I hope that'd be
If
cool
they
if they
do
do.
Oh,
it, it'll be
don't
for that
scare me
fucking
like that.
Cause
if they
they're
do, it'll be
doing.
for that movie.
Hey, they're doing the X-Men. I mean, I don't want no spoilers for the Marvels, but I don't know if you saw the ending.
Damn,
The
you
I,
scared the
Solo.
hell. Wait
hey,
a minute, you
me
Personally,
personally, bro, I don't give a fuck about the MCU no more. You can ruin the shit
Oh, me
out of me, and
too.
I'm gonna
Me too. Me
forget,
too.
and
I
I'll go
mean,
watch that shit
Oh, whoa,
later.
whoa,
Like
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
not
whoa.
one of them
Okay,
people that gotta
okay.
go watch it now so I can be up to date. I don't. I
man,
still ain't watched. I still ain't watched all the fucking Secret Invasion. I still ain't watched Loki.
never
I
started it.
still ain't. I
Secret
ain't even
Haven't
what?
started
started
it
that
either.
shit. I
You
still
haven't
ain't
started
watched
Loki
Captain
It's
yet?
like
Marvel,
I'm
and I ain't
playing.
Well,
planning
I,
on
I, I
going through
watched
it.
I watched season 1 of Loki, but I haven't started.
Season one was fire, but I just like I was like shit. Leave season two out, cool. That's all I said.
No, you would
And
like
but
season
like
even
two.
for
You
you
would
I
to
like
watch
season
it,
really,
two.
I
you
will
really
watch
don't
it.
even gotta watch the show. You can just really see shit and be like, oh, he's the storytelling god of God of Loki.
Exactly. At
That's
this
all.
point,
That's
it's
it.
like y'all gonna ruin it any fucking way.
But yes, he called for the goddess of and swarming around him and stuff like that. She says, "Tell me why'd you kidnap me for a Rocco?" And then she says, "All right." Snapped her fingers. Lightning was on that motherfucker. And he was like, "Please." No. And she literally sat there. She said, "Let me tell you something, Thor. I don't command lightning as if I'm like a king on the throne. I command it as if I'm an equal." And then she literally, of course, gave that motherfucker like air pressure, and he started bleeding. I said, "Yeah,
Yeah,
can't do that. Can't do that."
that's
She was
crazy.
she was
I
dressed all
mean,
black like the Omen.
technically she kind of caught Thor off guard, but we're not
Yeah,
gonna talk
you
about
know,
that.
no. Wait a minute. He called her. He calls her. He calls her.
Yeah, but he wasn't
He
fighting
said,
her.
I have a
She
Storm,
hot.
just
I have a.
Storm,
I have
get
a
she
my
just hit
ass
him out
beat.
of
controversial
Storm,
nowhere.
help me,
Yes,
I
Storm.
believe I believe the MCU's best course of action is to just
Reboot.
and just phase people into wanting to actually read comics, to turn to comics rather than try to keep going back to watching these movies and shows. Because I feel like there comes a point where, like, eventually people are not going to want to watch through an entire season of a show just as a basic tie-in to a much more important event. Because, like, look, comics, that's what happens. Like, you get, like, a good 4 or 5 issues of a otherwise mid-ass story, but still crucial to a major event. It's like, but in comics, you read that shit. Hey, is it good? Not necessarily, but it's readable, and 4 or 5 issues, once you get that done, it's over with. You can actually read the main event, and it all makes sense, and it's all fucking great.
I mean, no, I agree with that. I mean, you
Like,
really like the lead up is literally to Secret Wars. I mean, if that's not obvious enough yet, I mean,
well, yeah, and like
what's
I
after
said,
Secret
like,
Wars?
I think they're very, like, outside of, like, you know, there are some events that are just so good in comics that you don't really need to read the tie-ins at all to just pick it up once the event starts, read the event, and then enjoy it. Like, I think Infinity Gauntlet, in my opinion, is a prime example, and the one that whenever somebody wants a comic recommendation for where to start in Marvel, I always recommend Infinity Gauntlet because I believe it's the best type
Oh
of
yeah, most
story to
definitely.
really give you a feel for what Marvel is and can be. Like what to expect out
Most
of
definitely.
craziness, and yeah.
No, I can definitely elaborate with that. I think like because with the Infinity Saga, they had a direct goal. You know, they had something going there. There was a start and an end. But now that we're transitioning to this Kang, I think it's Kang. I don't even know if it's really about Kang anymore. I can't even tell at this point because I know they're having issues with trying to figure out what direction they want to
Hold on.
go. You know?
Look at Plastic Man's comment.
Oh, Plastic Man. People saying blah 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 versus blah 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 never be saying common civilians versus their property insurance. Oh wow.
I mean, I just think Marvel really has a chance. I would say a chance to try to turn things around, but I
I'm
just think
telling you right now. I'm
they're
telling you right now.
too they're too worried. They're
Look,
too
but the
worried
fact that they
about.
already got Kang though, they already got when if
They have a
anybody
better
know
chance
about
than Warner
Doom,
Bros.
if anybody know about Doom and Kang, everybody know like that Kang is a descendant of Doom. So if they bring in Doom, it will make sense still. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it will still make sense.
I
So
think
that's why.
they could just at worst replace the actor, and it's like what the point of the multiverse is that it can happen. Like I hate that, like, the whole controversy of Jonathan Majors has reached a point where it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter to them if he's innocent. They're just gonna cut him anyway. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, man.
but like to scrap the character entirely. So I'm not buying into that report because it's still just a rumor. It's never been confirmed as being the case, but it's still like there is still that level of uncertainty of what are they going to do.
I'm bad. I'm reading y'all.
Oh yeah, Doom. I do want to see Doom in the MCU, and I believe he should be a big bad. Although I do think that if they are going to start it off with Kang, and if that's what they've been leading into for phases 4 and 5, I don't see any point in just scrapping that.
Look, Marvel Cinematic Universe, let's just be real. It's really going nowhere. But I will tell you one thing, the one thing that is going somewhere is that Marvel Insomniac universe. The Spider-Man video game, we got Spider-Man, we getting Wolverine, they're crossing over. Shit, they even added Daredevil up in that bitch. Like I'm honestly excited for that shit more than the movies. Like,
I need a Daredevil game that
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. No, I know where you're coming from, and I see where you're coming from, but I mean this personally. And this may be effective, but it's the truth. No matter what it is, Marvel is still number one when it comes to movies. DC ain't got no chance over that.
no, not at all. Not even the slightest chance. I can agree with
I
that.
stand by my notion that I've said for years that the only way
Personally,
DC will
I
ever
don't care
the
about.
only way DC will ever make a
I
movie
agree
universe
with.
as good as Marvel is if they go into their own form of bankruptcy.
Look, bro,
Otherwise,
Damn.
my personal opinion on the MCU and the games in the whole, fuck all that shit. I don't like none of that shit. Why I don't like none of that shit? This is the reason why I don't like that shit. Not real shit. Why do you have this shit right behind me? You got this shit. You got a whole script, every fucking thing that you could turn into a game or a fucking movie, and people will get the right fucking information instead of your ass making a whole new fucking character in a whole new universe. And now you got motherfuckers. Well, Spider-Man can fucking blow smoke out his ass. No, he can't. He can't blow smoke out his fucking ass, bro. I'm sorry. That was the fucking movie or the game that you played, but it's not. Well, the story was
Oh
still
my
cool. It's like, yeah,
god.
but and the thing is, they intertwine this shit with the fucking thing. Now, the only thing I do like about it is that the Insomniac universe is its own universe, and they
Hey,
are exploring
hey,
that universe.
hold on, bro. Let me elaborate on that real quick. Yo, you
What's
know
up?
what you just said? That I don't know why, but that whole thing you just said, in my mind, the first thing that came up was that Madam Web trailer. I don't know why that what you just said reminded me of that.
Well, yeah, blowing smoke is there. I don't know. Like, it's just a fact though. But
Man,
like y'all got some shit. Like, do you know how many storylines we wish that we can either see the movie of, a TV show, or play the game of? It's like, bro, we got the
Hold
game
on.
coming out, Infinity War. We could play through that whole Infinity War. We
No,
got
I have to come through you on this right here. Marvel versus Capcom 3 was the shit.
you
low
get what I'm
no,
key,
saying?
I
Like,
agree.
low key.
Like
That shit was the
The Marvel
fucking
versus Capcom
shit.
games, except for Infinite,
That
that
right
was
there was in the community. And what I mean by in the community, I mean GA, you already know why I'm talking about.
bro, they can
Yeah,
have. Look, bro, if I was Marvel, right, I would make. You know how DC made that DCU EU shit?
yeah.
That
I
shit
would
was
make
terrible.
that
That
shit,
shit was
right?
terrible.
I
I'm
would
saying,
make that shit for Marvel, but my shit will be based off the comics. Like, you'll have to start off from the beginning of our story, and then you'll be playing through like the stories of
Oh,
that. You
you
get what I'm
talking about
saying?
that online DC game?
Yeah, and I keep the shit going. Like, I'll
Oh,
just update it with the stories
yo,
of
how
my
about
shit.
I
no, no,
played that
no, no,
shit on the
no, no. How about this
PC.
right here? How about this right here? How about we just have at it? The Avengers versus X-Men. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Something that's marvelous to it.
That was actually a fucking run. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, give us some shit like that. Like, you could have do
Mhm.
Avengers versus X.
I think we should
You're
have
right.
a video game.
We could do
We should have a
Avengers
video
versus
game
X
of
Men Injustice style. You know how Injustice gave us the story and he had to fight
Yeah,
them and shit.
to
They do
exactly.
extend
that
off
shit.
of Masusi's point. If we had Avengers versus X-Men and it was a game where you basically the fate of the game and like the outcome and the plot and everything is entirely dependent on like it changes depending on which side you choose for everything. That would be fucking fire.
That'd be cool. Or you could just, like I said, Injustice that shit. Just every time it's a fight, you have them fight.
Empress said in the comments, she said, Doom and Magneto are my favorite villains in Marvel. I mean, those are two fire villains. You can't even
Oh
No,
yeah.
deny
I'm,
it,
I'm
too.
not gonna lie to you. One of my favorite villains as well, I would have to say is, without a
They some
doubt,
real nigga villains.
I would say, of course, Sabretooth is annoying as fuck. Don't like him, but he's just good. And Mystique, I love Mystique. Mystique is bad as fuck.
Mystique
Low
cold.
key,
I
low
can't even
I
key.
lie. I
wouldn't
like her.
I
I
I
wouldn't
like
like
Me
even
the
it.
fuck
too.
consider
out of Mystique.
She gets
I mean
discredited. No, let me tell you something. She had the ability to turn into any little thing, including a wall, a chair, a cat, an
Wait,
airplane. But they debunked her.
what? She
Yeah,
turned
she
to a
can.
wall.
Yeah,
When?
she
Probably back
no,
in the
no, no,
80s,
no,
huh? 90s?
no, 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 no. This is
Mystique
what
cold.
happened.
I'm sorry. Mystique
No, no,
that G. I
no,
like
no.
Mystique.
The first X-Men, when they were pretty much going in, you would see Mystique. Wolverine is like, I can't see him, but I can smell him. Mystique, described shape-shifted into like a Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? She's
What the
shape-shifted.
fuck?
Yeah, she did that. They
Oh,
debunked her
that's
from being.
cold. I
They
didn't know she
debunked her
could
from.
do that.
They
I ain't
debunked
seen
her
her
from
doing it in the
everything.
comics. I can admit that.
I need to check back on that. Also, Mystique's I don't even consider Mystique a villain.
Plastic Man said, or Solo, he said,
Most
Plastic
of
Man does it better
like
than
it
Mystique in the
is
comics.
she
Damn.
is
Is that
Mystique
true?
even really a villain? I mean
Yeah,
most
yes,
Not
yes.
now.
No,
Plastic
It's
Man?
like
she has
it's
done
like
numerous
most of the
times.
damn mutants ain't really a villains no. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
all
no,
the
no,
but
old
no,
villains
I
we used to
think
think of villains, they
Mystique
ain't villains no more.
Mystique is a villain. She's a villain because at all times she would always try to attack the X-Men and she would
Hold
work
on.
with Magneto completely
Nah,
and
she
instantly.
more
Well,
Mystique as of currently. I wouldn't even say that. She more of like I'm down for my woman type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever
yeah.
my it's Destiny
and
that's the fucking villain. Now we can all agree on that shit.
I would say a
Destiny is
lot of
the villain.
cases it was her
Robinson,
choosing
what you
what
mean
she
Thor getting
felt
his
was
ass beat?
the best option for her own survival or her own well-being.
Yeah, but it's not
And
really like she was on some diabolical ass shit. It's more
like
like looking
I don't
look
think
at
I don't think she's a
Death.
good she's not a good person. She's definitely not a good person,
She really isn't.
considering she's a
I feel
horrible
like
mother.
she a
She's
real
a horrible
person.
mother, and
She a
she had a
real
kid with
person.
Sabretooth, which is already like
She
you,
had a she
there's
had a kid with Wolverine. She had a kid with Wolverine, so that doesn't surprise me.
but I mean she had
She
one with
cool as hell.
Sabretooth. It's like,
She
look,
ain't never been
Wolverine,
out here trying to be better than something that she wasn't. And that's why I fuck with her. She ain't never said she was the best
look,
villain. She ain't never said she was a good guy. She just like, hey, it is what it is. That's why I fuck with her versus fucking
oh
Storm.
she's
They
yeah,
be,
okay.
they be trying to push her to be something. I don't like that shit. It's like, stop trying to push me to like you. I don't like the try to push me to like you type shit. I don't like that shit. It's like, no, I don't like you because you be on some bitch ass shit, and that's why I don't like. And it ain't go for
I
any
love
character.
Storm.
It ain't even got to be with a woman or a dude. It's just the fact that I don't. If you do them type of qualities, I don't like that shit. I don't give a fuck who you is. Even if they had a Storm that was a dude and he did some shit like that,
Now
I'm like,
Wolverine
I'm
is just a
like,
toddler.
you
Wolverine
get what I'm saying? Like, who he
Empress
is. That's
Tifa
all.
said Wolverine ain't a hero either.
Right.
he's
Don't
just an
hate
Yeah,
on
Wolverine
Wolverine
don't
be
hate
a
toddler.
on
friend.
Wolverine,
He
man.
just be out
Wolverine
there.
Logan
He
be
never said it.
hey, look, Logan been through some shit. You gotta lay off the man.
Storm's been through some shit.
Wolverine, they be just pushing shit on him. He more of just, he ain't trying to be no leader and shit. He be trying to be left
He
alone
don't,
too.
bro. He don't want to be no leader. He
That's what I'm
never
saying.
wanted
Like
to be a
he
leader.
even told the motherfuckers,
He got
"Hey, I'm finna go
chose to
handle
be a
this shit my
leader.
own. Y'all do what y'all gotta do." And that's what he
Was
be.
he
He
ever
a lone
really
wolf type
leader?
shit. That's why I fucks with him.
Look, Logan definitely does not want to be no fucking babysitter, but he
But he
has to
has
because
been a
he's the
but he has.
strongest. He has to because
Oh,
he's the
oh, oh,
strongest.
oh, oh, wait,
Strongest.
wait, I can speak on this. I can speak on this. X-Men Legends. Long story short, that girl Jullaby got kidnapped. Now she got kidnapped. Lady Deathstrike was the one that kidnapped her. Wolverine went over there and rescued her and stuff like that from all that shit and helped manage her and helped manage her full potential when it comes to her abilities. They did good. He also got her back safety and sound. That was cute. I like that as
Lady,
shit.
wait, hold on. Lady Deathstrike, wasn't that his wife
Yes, yeah,
before?
no, yeah, it was his girlfriend.
His girl.
Lady Deathstrike has a problem with Wolverine because she feels like he's responsible for her father's death.
Oh.
Who was her father again?
I have no idea, but I know, of course, she had a problem with him. He had a problem with him. But
She
I'm like,
met he met her in Japan, right? When he was like kind of running around the world doing shit.
I believe
Yeah.
so. But I'm saying right now, that girl bad as fuck. Bro,
That
the
actually
long
makes
nails.
sense. I would believe it's just off of how the way she look and shit. I think she Asian, so
She
it's
is.
like I
She
was.
is.
Yeah.
She is.
I'm finna say I believe that shit. I would believe that shit.
So okay, back to this Immortal Thor thing though. It says issue 2. What's the third one? Is it like a continuation of the
It's
Immortal
four
Thor?
of them out right now. The fourth one just came out today.
Oh,
Uh
it's
huh.
just dropped.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
her father is Lord Darkwind.
Who?
He was
Who's
a
that?
okay, this doesn't look good. I'm already seeing some borderline racist
Oh
types of
God.
stereotypes
Oh
in
shit.
his origins. Military pilot for the Japanese Army, famed war hero during World War II. Volunteer. Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was that pilot. Yeah, that kind of pilot. Landed against
Okay.
well,
Oh,
the defective explosives failed to detonate. Believed his own survival was a shameful disgrace he'd have to amend. Scared from the impact, became prisoner of war. Well, scarred from that very moment, committed to restoring his own honor. Yada yada yada. Strict samurai
Damn. Got
code.
a whole ass
All right.
backstory origin.
To the war, disfigured. He was
He
disfigured.
got a whole ass origin story. See, that's what I like about Marvel though, is they do elaborate on like small characters like that, which I
uh-huh.
always will appreciate, honestly.
Lady Death.
Surprisingly, it's just called the Japanese Army as his affiliation. I was thinking it would be like Yakuza or something, but no, it's just
Lady Deathstrike a baddie though. She is bad. She literally says, "I'm a living weapon of
silence.
revenge." I said, "Okay." No. Also, another Marvel game that was good back in the day. You know the one for the X-Men. What is it? X-Men Revolution or Evolution? It was on the
That
original
was
Xbox.
just as good as the Marvel what is it, Ultimate Alliance. It was the same shit.
Oh
Okay,
shit, those games used to go
Wait a minute.
crazy.
yeah, they
Okay,
really
so
did.
My shit was Marvel Nemesis.
Deathstrike's dad was responsible for one of the organizations involved, specifically in Japan, for bonding adamantium into people's bodies. So I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
I've heard of that.
Let's see.
Damn.
Tragically fallen to commit.
You talking about Stryker?
No, I'm talking about Deathstrike's dad.
Oh,
And I'm trying
Death
to see.
Strikes Dead. I thought you were talking about Deadass Stryker, the one who
Well,
actually
I'm trying to see if
fucking did that shit to Logan.
I'm trying to see if did she get bonded with adamantium before or after her dad died? Because
It was after she met Logan, like a bit after, because she came across Stryker, and that's when he was conducting experiments on people.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
oh, so
And
wait, I'm
Or
trying
am
to
I
because
wrong?
I know that her dad was also in charge of doing the same operation but in Japan, so that's where I'm like,
Oh, so he was like Loki on that shit too, huh?
yeah,
That's
Stryker
interesting.
went under full control, but yada.
Man,
Stryker
Stryker was
said,
man. That dude Stryker, man, did some fuck shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
This
He
new
was.
hammer Thor got. I don't like. I would believe it was stronger if it used fucking Uru metal, but it's not. It's made of Asgardian metal. So I
Wait,
was
what
like,
you talking?
okay.
What are you talking about?
He just made a new hammer in issue 3.
yeah,
Oh,
she
in
was.
the third, he
No,
made a new
he made
hammer.
an axe. My bad, an axe.
You talking about the one made from the star? What's it called? What's the one? The one he used in the movie. The one that he used Groot.
Nah, it's a new
No.
one.
Oh, okay.
He calls this bitch Tormud.
Tormund.
TORMUD. He just named it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out exactly. Darkwind, Bone, no, it's serious. Eventually, contract became Bullseye. Darkwind.
What y'all think about that? Did y'all watch that trailer for the new What If series? The season
Yeah, I
2?
feel it. That shit
What y'all
look
think?
decent.
You like it? I was
I
you
like the
know,
What If series. I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the better series for me out of Marvel. I like the fuck out of that
low
shit.
key. I
Yeah,
Wait,
can't
that
even
hold
deny that.
on,
huh?
hold
They
on.
actually had a direct story with that too, which I liked. It wasn't just some
Hold on.
random stuff.
I
So
like the whole.
she killed her own dad.
Damn.
I mean,
I
this
like the
is from the
whole.
Marvel database. I will point out this is me reading off of the Marvel database, so it's entirely possible this isn't true. However, it does give me the source. That it does give me the source of like what comic it's from.
Right. Because I'm like this, right? Because I'm like, if that's true, then why on Sam head does she have a problem with Logan? That's one thing I like.
So it does say that freed from her diabolical father, Yuriko found herself unable to mourn his death by wishing to enjoy happiness with her lover Kira. Tragically, Kira did to himself in despair over Darkwind's death. Then which messed up Deathstrike, and then her resolve was to carry out her father's legacy.
So how was so Logan never, of course, whatever she believed, you mean to tell me, of course, that Logan didn't really assassinate her father?
I'm not sure. It's maybe there's a story in here where he got resurrected and Wolverine killed him, but
Yeah.
I find it like, okay, she killed him, and
Right.
it was Daredevil who was in the process of trying to kill him, not Wolverine, but she interrupted to kill him instead of Daredevil doing it. And so it's like, why? So where is this whole thing of failed to defeat? Yeah, I'm trying to understand where, like, okay, what reason does she have to actually blame Wolverine for
Exactly.
killing her?
Check this out. She hates Logan because apparently the adamantium in her body is somewhat connected to Logan, so she's blaming Logan for that. That's what I just found out. So
I still can't
You're not getting
can't
me
find
wrong.
exactly where the adamantium is referenced to like when she. Oh wait, hold on.
Just
She
go
struck a
whatever
deal with
they're
the
telling you.
eccentric
Go to the
Spiral,
issue.
who
Whatever they're
transformed
telling you.
Go
Go
to
to
the
the
what?
issue. Whatever they telling you, it should be able to give you a reference to the issue that it's coming from.
Yeah.
Just go to the issue and then see what the
Okay.
hell they talking.
So some random character is the one who transforms her into a cyborg, and she sacrificed her humanity to recover her honor by becoming a living weapon granted with a strong machine-like body and adamantium claws to rival Wolverine's own. And like, as far as I'm concerned, she chose to do this. She chose to like have some random lady inject her with adamantium and form her into a cyborg so that she could become Wolverine's equal. So if she's blaming Wolverine for the adamantium, it's like you chose to make a deal with some scientist to put this inside you, with Wolverine having no part of that deal except for you wanting to kill him. It's like
Damn.
Something's off there. Something's really off.
So yeah, I'm getting the vibe that she is a red flag.
Shit. Hey, you live, you learn.
Let me see. That right there itself, that's kind of like that's actually a dumb reason if that's how they're gonna add her into the sequel. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on.
Y'all remember from what was it?
This is
X-Men. It wasn't the X-Men
Yeah.
Origins movie, but it was the X-Men
You see
like
it, bro?
with Xavier and oh, what's that? Oh shit.
That's his new hammer. I mean, his axe.
I ain't gonna lie, that dead ass looks like Stormbreaker.
It do. You gotta look at it, bro. That bitch ain't. It's old schoolish as hell. It look like a regular ass axe.
Oh, low-key, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Stormbreaker.
It looks like young Thor's axe from the God of Thunder.
Facts. It look like that shit.
Now that's I'm 99% sure that like young Thor had that same axe in the whole Gore run. Gore the God.
Damn, where the fuck bro go? He left.
He dead.
Wherever the song return the first of 3. So there's supposed to be 3 fucking supposed to be 3 of these. You see it? I don't know if you can read that shit. Nope. The bottom shit say first of 3.
Okay, interesting. So Deathstrike's dad, it seemingly was the one who actually built the blueprints for the whole Weapon X project. At least that's how the adamantium bonding and everything, those notes were stolen and then used on Wolverine. Which, he devoted decades to recreate that process, after it was stolen, and never was able to never came to know who the thief was, like who their identity was that stole those notes from him. Interesting.
So what the fuck you just do with
deep shit? It's like I can't even like. It's hard to really like
Mhm.
go into a comic, especially an origin comic for Wolverine, and really take it at face value at times because every other origin comic is off of what he thinks happened, and then you find out that it's not actually what happened. It was just like a fake implanted memory. So it's like this is some rather interesting shit to read. It's like, okay, this is what happened.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now with that fucking Alien versus that Wolverine versus Predator.
I haven't even read that comic yet.
Yeah, that's kind of what they doing with that shit. Cause all of that shit happened when he kept going like when he kept getting his mind erased and shit.
Interesting.
He like kind of remembered them, like his body instinctually like remembered it, but he didn't remember them motherfuckers.
Huh.
And we keep skipping like we'll go from present to past. Let me get my ass out this live, bro. My ass to not concentrate trying to fucking get this book read. So I'll
All
hop
right.
back
See
on
you,
by
dude.
like 2. I'll hop 2 hours to talk some more shit. All right, y'all.